Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very exciting Holland America Line webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run about 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Michelle Sutter. Michelle is the Senior Director of Sales with Holland America Line, where she leads the national accounts and field sales teams across North America. Her career in the cruise industry spans over 2 decades, beginning as a shipboard translator, where her passion for travel and photographing doors around the world was ignited. Michelle believes that opening doors to new opportunities for learning and growth are paramount to personal and professional success, and has centered her efforts on building a culture at Holland America Line that empowers the team to do their best work with their valued travel partners. One of Michelle's proudest accomplishments was to spearhead the sponsorship and reunification of a refugee family separated by war. Michelle plays competitive soccer and engages in a passion for photography while residing in Vancouver, British Columbia with her husband and her 2 daughters. And with that, take it away, Michelle.
Thank you, Anna. And hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. For those of you who don't know me, as Anna introduced, my name is Michelle Sutter, and I lead the national accounts and field sales teams at Holland America Line. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to connect with all of you today, and I'm sure that you can all agree that staying connected right now is more important than ever before. And it gives me great pleasure to know that so many of you chose to make the time today to learn more about Holland America Line. There's no denying that we're all navigating uncharted waters and experiencing a wide range of emotions while we navigate through these uncertain times. It's important to remember that these times are only a chapter of the story, and they are not permanent. Today, I'm going to share a business and brand update, sales techniques and insights to help equip you to be prepared for a new tomorrow. These are uncharted waters, as I said, but the emotional impact that this is having on all of us tends to be overlooked. And it's during these times that we need to be compassionate with ourselves. It's easy to allow the narrative coming through the media to own us emotionally. But if we can be intentional with strategies and avoid catastrophizing, it will be less of an emotional roller coaster. This is really an opportunity to think about alternate ways to engage. For example, you may want to consider limiting the number of information feeds you have on your phone or turning off notifications for non-essential apps. It's always been my personal belief that change and adversity can be our greatest teacher. And I think we need to remind ourselves that this experience is bringing out the courage in people. There is courage in looking at your business differently and trying new things and being vulnerable to sharing your fears with others. Right now, connecting with your community is critical to get through this chapter. Whether your community is your family, peers, friends, colleagues, or neighbors, use your community as a source of strength and inspiration. This is especially important for all of us who are still working from home and may feel isolated. But once we move through this chapter, it's my belief that as a community, we will be collectively in a better place because of the gratitude we will have for the freedom we may have taken for granted before. And there will be a much more impassioned desire to see the world today instead of waiting for tomorrow. Because we now know how it feels to not have the freedom to travel. And in an effort to keep emotionally agile, I encourage you to listen to the experts and seek knowledge from those that know the most and listen to them. Social media and other poorly vetted sources can be transmitters of misinformation, just like handshakes transmit viruses. So we have to make a point of seeking out reputable sources of facts. So while taking care of your emotional well-being is fundamentally important, we also have to shift towards looking forward to tomorrow and how we can find our new normal in business. Holland America Line celebrated its 147th anniversary this year. Our company has been through nearly a century and a half of change, and the period we're in now is no different. Throughout our rich history, Holland America Line has had over 150 ships in its fleet. We've been through 2 world wars, seen many revolutions, and countless global events. I raise this only to illuminate the point that our perseverance and longevity have always seen us through, and we are confident this too shall pass, and will continue to celebrate new milestones very soon, including our 3rd Pinnacle class ship joining our fleet next year. Our longevity and resilience have seen us through, and this will be no different. At Holland America Line, we are optimistic and positive about the bright future ahead. Shifting forward, I would like to share some booking insights with all of you. Looking at the last 2 months, I should say, of booking activity for 2021, there are some notable findings that I think you'll find interesting. While the demand for our exotic sailings is soft, as you might expect, over 80% of our 2021 demand is for Alaska and Europe. And the demand for Europe, Alaska, and Canada and New England is actually stronger than years prior, which is indicative of the pent-up demand there is out in the market right now to travel. Another notable insight is that we're seeing a lot of interest in bookings in the veranda categories and suites. We've seen a significant shift in our veranda and suite mix versus prior year, which is another indicator that consumers are willing to splurge on their 2021 travel plans. We have also seen a shift in calls from all of you, whereby the service-related call volume has decreased and the new booking calls have increased. We've seen a pretty even mix of 50% of our business coming through as new bookings, and the other half of the business coming through as rebookings from other voyages. And our Save Now, Cruise Later promotion is really resonating with consumers, and the majority of our business is being booked on this offer. They really are seeing the value in the offer and the amazing benefits. At Holland America Line, one of our highest priorities is the health, safety, and well-being of our guests, crew, and the communities we visit. Historically, our sanitation protocols have been at the forefront of the cruise industry, with comprehensive cleaning of public areas and staterooms. Hand sanitizer has always been readily available, and staff have encouraged its use. However, we will elevate these existing sanitation practices to even greater levels, providing our guests with extra confidence and peace of mind when sailing with us. When society is ready and cruising resumes, we will sail with strengthened health measures developed in conjunction with government health authorities, public health experts, local ports, and CLIA. We also are working closely with the top minds in medical science and infectious disease control to understand the unique challenges posed by the virus and how best to apply the latest science and protocols throughout the guest experience, from transfers and check-in to shipboard operations and shore excursions. With the current global health environment still evolving, our operational protocols will be flexible and may be modified to quickly adapt as guidance evolves with greater scientific understanding. Having confidence in our enhanced health and safety protocols is paramount, and we will continue to update you as we learn more. Now, let's shift towards our Holland America Line guest that I'm sure you can all agree is a very loyal guest. We are dedicated to explorers, foodies, and music lovers. We define our guests as the Holland America Line explorer, and we dare them to experience these passions on refreshingly uncrowded ships with one-of-a-kind culinary experiences, the very best in live music, and staff that attends to every detail every day. For explorers, we start with carefully crafted journeys and unique destination programming to offer more from the places they'll visit. We have 150 years of experience sailing the world's oceans and offer more than 500 itineraries connecting with over 470 ports of call every year. While on board, our exclusive Exploration Central destination programming will give your clients a deeper understanding of the places they visit through local cultural experiences brought on board, insider travel tips and information sessions, and unique shore excursions to truly immerse themselves in their travel. And for foodies, we offer unrivaled culinary experiences. At Holland America Line, we focus on quality dining venues from the Lido Market to the dining room to our specialty restaurants. Holland America Line is the only cruise line with a dedicated culinary council of 8 world-renowned chefs advising on every aspect of our culinary experience, not just in the specialty restaurants. You will find us inspirations from these chefs in all of the dining venues on board. Plus, we have an expertly curated wine list and cocktail menu from wine spectators James Suckling and master mixologist Dale DeGroff. And for music lovers, Holland America Line offers the best in live music. No other cruise line puts music as up front and center as we do. The Music Walk is an innovation that anchors the new Holland America Line. Music Walk brings evening entertainment to the next level with exclusively curated content and musicians hired directly from well-known music staples. We offer live music for every taste with Lincoln Center Stage, B.B. King's Blues Club, Billboard on Board, and the Rolling Stone Rock Room. Each performance occurs multiple times each night, allowing guests to explore various venues throughout the cruise. All performances are available without a ticket or an additional charge, and there's always a seat to enjoy the music or a place on the dance floor. A distinction that is not new with Holland America Line is our service. Our expectations for service remain high and industry-leading among premium cruise brands. With Holland America Line, it's about every detail, every day, and our crew's genuine warmth and personalized attention earn rave reviews that turn our first-time guests into loyal members of our onboard family. Another distinction that continues to be expected from Holland America Line is our perfectly sized ships that are designed to be refreshingly uncrowded. When building our ships, we focus on a timeless design with spacious staterooms, suites, and venues to ensure that your clients will avoid waiting in lines and always feel comfortable on board. Our ships also feature sleek nautical lines, distinctive blue hulls, wrap-around teak decks, museum-quality art, and fresh flowers. There are surprises that will delight our guests around every corner. Here we have a quick glance at the fleet. Our fleet recently went through a right-sizing, and we've bid a fond farewell to 4 ships, the Maasdam, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and Veendam. While we know these ships have sentimental value to so many of our guests and valued travel advisors like yourselves, we know our updated fleet is able to offer greater consistency and ensure the guest experience is elevated no matter which ship your clients choose. You may notice we have a new ship arriving next year in July. The 3rd ship of the Pinnacle class will be joining us on July 30th, which we actually have renamed as the Rotterdam as a nod to our history. I'll pause here for a moment to provide a clear visual of the distinctive experience you are offering each time you recommend Holland America Line to a client. Whether an explorer, music lover, or foodie, your clients will enjoy the immersive experience, touches of luxury, and gracious service that they receive from the Holland America Line family on board our perfectly sized ships. When it comes to Alaska, well, we are Alaska. In 2019, we were awarded the Best Alaska Itineraries by Porthole Cruise Magazine, Best in Alaska by Cruise Critic, and Best Alaska Cruise by Afar Travelers Magazine. When recommending Alaska, to ensure your clients have the vacation of their dreams, trust the real experts at Holland America Line. Did you know that Holland America Line has been showing guests Alaska since 1947? That's more than 70 years, and actually longer than Alaska has been a state. With unmatched experience and insider knowledge, we are the Alaska experts. Our deep history and roots in the great land mean your clients will discover the iconic and authentic Alaska, from Glacier Bay National Park and Denali National Park, and preserved to the wild Canadian Yukon Territory. We offer the ultimate Alaska cruise experience, with more ships in Alaska than any other cruise line, which means more convenient options from multiple ports of embarkation. Plus, on board, we offer Alaska-themed entertainment and programming designed to enhance your exploration, including experienced onboard naturalists and discussions with local tribal members. Alaska in Concert by BBC Earth Experiences, and partnerships with local companies, including Alaska Brewing and Pike Place Brewing, based in the Pacific Northwest. And when it comes to perfectly sized ships, the advantage is apparent in Alaska. Only Holland America Line can get your clients close up for their glacier photos and experience that they've been longing for. More glacier viewing options are available, as every cruise includes one or more opportunities for glacier viewing at Glacier Bay National Park, Hubbard Glacier, the Twin Sawyer Glaciers of Tracy Arm, or College Fjord. In addition to glaciers, we focus on the little things to ensure your clients have the best experience, including prime docking location in Ketchikan and Juneau with no tendering required. Wraparound promenade decks plus an open bow for better scenic viewing, and serving hot Dutch pea soup on deck while viewing glaciers, and scenic commentary and presentations from the National Park Rangers and resident naturalists. Holland America Line offers an extensive amount of choice when it comes to the Alaska cruise-only experience, including round-trip Seattle and round-trip Vancouver options, as well as northbound and southbound itineraries. The 7-day Koningsdown round-trip Vancouver voyage is a true highlight, as this will be the ship's premier season in Alaska. The itinerary also visits the highly coveted Glacier Bay National Park. I like shifting from cruise-only to land and sea with this line. Our Alaska cruise experience is truly remarkable, but when you cruise to Alaska, you only see 1%, which is why you should always recommend a land and sea journey or cruise tour if your clients have the time and resources. A few areas of distinction for Holland America Line are the private McKinley Chalet Resort. We call it rustic chic. Your clients will call it unforgettable, as they enjoy 1, 2, or 3 memorable nights at the McKinley Chalet Resort, set in the premier location on the banks of the Nenana River just outside the park. Denali Square is the exclusive entertainment, dining, and information hub in the heart of our 60-acre private resort. Guests can gather with their group here before rafting, hiking, or fishing expeditions. We suggest trying a lean caribou cheeseburger or a stop along the boardwalk to chat with the experts at our artist-in-residence cabin. In the evening, they can enjoy live music and fascinating speakers in the intimate amphitheater, take in the music of Denali Show, or gather around our cozy campfire to make s'mores. Only Holland America Line offers up to 3 nights in Denali to enjoy the beauty of the interior of Alaska and Denali National Park. Every land and sea journey with 2 or 3 nights in Denali includes the Tundra Wilderness Tour, which takes guests 62 miles into Denali along the park road, narrated by a knowledgeable driver. This is the ideal chance to spot Alaska's Big 5, the grizzlies, caribou, Dall sheep, wolves, and moose, which of course are featured here and are so exciting for our guests to witness. Did you know that we're the only cruise line that combines Alaska with the majesty of the Yukon? Yes, Holland America Line is the only cruise line that can take you to the Yukon. Rich in gold rush history and a land that's so vast, so untouched and unspoiled, it could be compared to the Patagonia of North America. In addition to a visit to Denali National Park and our McKinley Chalet Resort, our Yukon and Denali land and sea journeys include a journey host who will provide a seamless story and concierge experience during the land portion of your trip, a ride on the historic White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad from Skagway or a Yukon River aboard an authentic sternwheeler, and premium transportation options by domed rail cars, comfortable motor coaches, and chartered flights. Truly for the explorer, our Yukon and Denali land and sea journeys consistently receive the highest guest satisfaction ratings of all of our itinerary offerings. Holland America Line, though, was born in Europe, so we know it very well. When we talk about our carefully crafted itineraries, Europe is a prime example. From sites that represent history's most pivotal moments to the crossroads of so many vibrant cultures, there's no place quite like it, and your clients will benefit from our vast experience in this region. All of our cruise itineraries offer just the right balance of action-packed days in port with relaxing days at sea, plus extended hours and overnight stays in select cities. We also include more overnights at the beginning and end of our cruises, so your clients can spend an extra day exploring cities like Barcelona, Venice, and Rome, and use the ship as their hotel. Whether your clients are making their maiden voyage to Europe and want to see its more iconic sites, or they've traveled here before and are hoping to experience some of its seldom visited destinations, Holland America Line has the Europe cruise vacation your clients have been waiting for. The ports of New England and Eastern Canada bear witness to fascinating histories and vibrant cultures that continue to thrive to this day. Approaching these cities from the sea offers a memorable perspective. For many immigrants to North America, their first glimpse of their new lives would be from the decks of ships sailing into these harbors. While the fishing villages of New England and Canada's Atlantic provinces embody a long seafaring tradition, neither region is frozen in time. World-class museums and celebrated restaurants sit side by side with historic sites. Whether you want to explore the early days of Canada and the United States, or see what the future holds for the metropolis, a journey along North America's Atlantic coast promises to be unforgettable. We're now offering food and wine culinary tours in Canada and New England. And in Quebec City, guests can unearth the traditional French roots and homegrown ingredients that distinguish its cuisine. Or in Bar Harbor, they can ride a lobster fishing boat before feasting at a Down East lobster bake. One of our highest rated ports of call in all of the world is Quebec City. And Quebec City is included on nearly all of our 2021 Canada-New England itineraries. And on select sailings, we offer overnight stays in Quebec City. Our Canada-New England cruises begin and end in convenient, easy-to-reach cities. So consider extending your client's trip in cities such as Montreal, Boston, New York, and Quebec City. Holland America Line's commissionable hotel packages make before and after cruise stays easy for guests with luggage handling, included gratuities, and only one confirmation to track. I want to touch on the Holland America Line suite offerings. As I mentioned before, we're seeing increased popularity in our veranda and suite bookings. Many people had to cancel their plans for 2020, so they will have the desire and resources to indulge in 2021. We want you to be able to take advantage of what some refer to as revenge spending. So being well-versed in our suite offerings will help you. Let's take a closer look at the suite life and the ideal clients to identify when recommending an upgrade. When discussing the suite life with a client, we invite you to paint a picture of what their day could look like with Holland America Line. Let's look at a day in the life of a Neptune or a Pinnacle suite guest. Start your morning with an in-suite coffee, leisurely breakfast in the Pinnacle Grill, or a quick bite from the Neptune Lounge before departing on a shore excursion planned and booked by the Neptune Lounge concierge. After you return from your carefully curated shore experience, Return to your suite to find your evening attire dry cleaned and pressed with complimentary laundry service. Grab a snack from the Neptune Lounge as you discuss with the concierge your plans for the following day, and then relax in your whirlpool bath with expanded Elemis amenities. When the evening rolls around, host pre-dinner drinks and hors d'oeuvres soundtracked by your favorite choice of music on your Bose Bluetooth speaker before departing to dine on authentic Italian cuisine at Canaletto, where you have priority reservations and seating. And after dinner, the entertainment just begins as you stroll along the music walk before retiring to your suite to relax and unwind for the evening in your king-size bed. Now that you've told the story, provide a visual and take a closer look at the Neptune suite, highlighted with an expansive veranda with chaise lounges and table. The Neptune Lounge concierge just a call away, and you relaxing in a king-size bed with choice of pillows. Our largest accommodations, Pinnacle Suites, provide the most luxurious experience with a living room and dining room, separate bedroom, and master bath, and mimosas enjoyed on your extended veranda with seating area, chaise lounge, and a whirlpool bath. Tools for success. Well, the first one is giving you a promotion to sell. The Save Now, Cruise Later, Have It All sale provides your guests with complimentary drinks, free gratuities, free dining package, and free Wi-Fi for suite, and a 50% reduced deposit. And coupled with that, we're offering you a 2% bonus commission for any Alaska cruise, Alaska land and sea journeys, Europe, and Canada, New England bookings you make by September 30th. And right now, we have a limited time program where we are offering on bookings made by September 30th, departing on or before April 30th of 2022. Under this program, guests can feel comfortable booking a future cruise as it allows them to cancel for any reason and receive a future cruise credit, which is valid until December 31st, 2021, in the amount of their cancellation fees less the cost of cancellation protection plans. Our Book with Confidence program is a great way to reassure guests that their investment is protected. Future cruise credits are money in the bank, for both you and your clients. So please make sure to encourage your guests with future cruise credits to rebook now. And remember, they are 100% commissionable on paid bookings that are paid in full. And there's flexibility in choosing the sailing within 12 months of the FCC issue date, with the flexibility of sailing as far out as December 31st, 2022. The future cruise credits are combinable with any current Holland America Line offer and groups program, and they're automatically processed and applied to the guest Mariner ID number. We want to ensure that you have the latest updates and policies. So here are the best places to find the most current up-to-date information. Our GoHal.com, which is our trade partnerships website, and our partnerships Facebook page, and Twitter and LinkedIn. We've had many travel advisors reach out to us lately to share that they've enjoyed taking a few minutes out of their day over the last few months to take our online agent video trainings and review some of our new destination-themed specialist courses. We have 4 main courses that cover details on our brand and selling features, and we have 12 specialist courses that feature some of the unique destinations that we visit. You earn CLIA credits for completing the academy and also earn rewards such as onboard amenities and graduation recognition. The key now is to focus on helping your clients move from the dream state about travel to booking that next trip. Leveraging the flexible options that exist to get your clients to commit to booking their future cruise credits while there is still inventory is critical, because once the market shifts and the demand rises, prices will raise and inventory will be limited. And being strategic about targeting your clients with future cruise credits is a great place to start. And this is really key to our collective success right now. Also, staying connected is profoundly important to your business. Use this time to deepen your client relationships beyond the transaction. For example, you can commit to making 5 calls a day to your clients just to check in on them and to see how they're doing. Or commit to sending handwritten thank you cards to your clients to thank them for choosing you as their trusted travel advisor. And try to include a personalized fact you remember about them or a previous interaction. Or consider writing a newsletter to your clients with more aspirational content, like the top 5 international destinations for wine tours, or include one of your favorite recipes, or personalize it with a travel story and some best practices or tips. As I shared before, people are 22 times more likely to remember a fact or detail if it's wrapped into a story. Anything you can do to strengthen that connection with your clients will be helpful in the long term to building your business. I also encourage you to focus on pockets of control. We cannot control the economic or health impact of this pandemic, but we can control how we respond and connect. So that is why it is even more important than ever before to be intentional about how we start our day. Did you know that there's a study that was put out by the Huffington Post that showed that a few minutes of reading or watching negative news in the morning can negatively impact our entire day, and that you're 27% more likely to be unhappy during the day if you watch negative news in the morning? At the bottom of this slide, I have listed some sources of positive and good news. So, as a test, please indulge me and try this for just a few days. Try starting every day by avoiding negative news and only reading positive news. I've tried this, and trust me, it works. You'll find yourself starting your day with a smile, and you'll be excited to share the stories you've read with the people that are close to you. We can control choosing to be positive and kind and trying to find fun at home and opportunities for growth and learning. So another tip that I would recommend is consider sending one positive email a day to someone who has done something for you or you just haven't spoken to in a long time. Tell them why they're important to you or how they've made an impact. Practicing gratitude has been proven to increase happiness levels by as much as 25%. And spreading positivity has a ripple effect, as you will make them smile, and they in turn may be inspired to do the same for someone else. I believe that this is the right time to shift towards a more positive mindset to help equip us all for a bounce back. In closing, on behalf of the Holland America Line sales team, I want to extend my gratitude to all of you for investing your time with us today. We know this is a challenging time, but you all give us strength, and we are profoundly grateful for all of the support you have extended towards us. We hope something we have shared today has been helpful in growing your business, and we look forward to brighter days ahead.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for all of the information and for that positivity. I know we all need it right now. And I know a lot of you have been getting your questions answered right on the spot in the questions box, but we do have a couple that I can ask for the group. One of them just came in from David, who is wondering if you have an update on Club Orange.
First, I'd like to give a shout out to my colleague, Tara Schreiner, who is joining me virtually answering your questions live so that you could get those quick responses. So thank you, Tara. At this time, David, I don't have an update on Club Orange available to me at my fingertips, but we will follow up with you. If you'd like to send us a private note via the chat function with your email address, we can get that out to you.
Okay, perfect. And Amanda is wondering if you could go back to the slide with sources of positive information.
Yes, absolutely. There we go. So goodnewsnetwork.org is one of them, aplus.com, happify.com, lovewhatmatters.com. And, you know, the one thing I have found is that well, I should say one of the silver linings of this terrible chapter is that there is this desire for more positivity. So some of these sites are actually new that have come up during the pandemic. And I have found that to be personally quite inspiring to see the kindness and the positivity that others are wanting to share during this challenging time.
Okay, perfect. Our next question is from Allie, who is wondering if there's anything on the back burner for cruises out of Tampa or Port Canaveral for 2021, beginning of 2022.
Thank you, Allie. I know you have several other peers that are anxious to hear about our future deployment. I don't have any insight into the future, unfortunately. That's above my pay grade. The moment we have that type of deployment information available to us, we will be sure to share that through our partnerships website, gohal.com, and as well in our deployment online.
Okay, great. And it looks like Tara has actually answered all of the other questions in the box. Thank you so much, Tara. And it looks like that will wrap up our webinar. Thank you again, Michelle, for all the wonderful information. And everyone, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a fantastic Labor Day weekend.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you to everyone for joining us today.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.